Hello, welcome. Today is day 19 in Transurfing in 78 days, and my name is Nancy Brickman, Quantum Timelines, and I will be doing the reading, but first I just want to say the topic of the reading is, or the title of the reading is called The Master's Credo, and I went, well, what's my credo? Yeah. So the meditation for today will be in finding our identity so that we can, our true kind of resonance, our true identity, so that we can actually know our master's credo. So the mirror room will be involved, and the star, and grounding, of course. So I think today I'm going to bring you into a state of relaxation as I read. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable right now. And you might want to drink a little water before you listen to this. I think being hydrated is really important for our development and our happiness. Actually, I find that the density of being dehydrated is pretty intense. So that's my little credo. Drink water. Okay, so here we go on the reading. I have to get it up just a sec. And so the Master's Credo principle. First, go so you're comfortable and you're very relaxed, and just dropping in 3, 2, 1 alpha. Do your infinity symbol with your eyes slowly, and then reverse. Ground all the way down to the center of the earth. Ground up through the sun to the central sun. Just imagine, just postulate. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to see it, just say it in your mind. Be aware of your filters, and that this is your journey, and I am just a guide and just helping you to get down deeper into your subconscious mind so you can adjust these things. So, the Master's Credo principle. Always be yourself. Don't try and change yourself under any circumstances. So that's talking about your true self. Live life according to your own credo. When you contradict your own credo, or worse, when you simply don't have one, you undermine yourself as an individual, and everything in your life goes awry. When the image is distorted, the reflection in the mirror is distorted too. It is important to bring your thoughts and actions down to the same denominator. Be true to yourself. Then the dual mirror will be free of any crooked distortion. You are the master of your own reality. You have no reason to feel shame or fear. Remember, you are not alone. The force is with you, and your world takes care of you. Remember, you are not alone. The force is with you, and your world takes care of you. Just absorb that. Interpretation. When you live true to your own credo, the heart and mind come into union. This means that you take the actions you consider necessary without bothering about social opinion. Never change yourself under any circumstances. If you do feel pushed into doing something which your soul actively protests against, everything will end up going to pot. Conversely, When you live in accord with your own credo, even if some of your actions seem to contradict common sense, everything will turn out all right in the end. There is no need to analyze exactly how your credo is straightening out reality. It is simply that the lack of distortion in the image makes the reflection normal again. Unity of heart and mind produces a clear image, which instantly materializes in the mirror world. All your true desires will be fulfilled. It is universal law. So stay tuned for the meditation, and thank you. Hello. Today's meditation is the Master's Credo. So I'd like you to imagine that you're walking down to your seat as the director of your film, of your play. And today we're going to get more deeply relaxed as you sit down. Just imagine that your eyelids are heavy. You're looking up at the screen. And you remember that everything is perfect. You can create the perfect image of who you want to be, who you really are as an eternal soul, playing on this planet Earth at this time, at this very momentous time. As a brave soul to even be on the planet at this time of shifting platforms, where the field is open to humanity, the task is apparent, is becoming more and more magnified. And some might be screaming it as dire, we are too far gone. But as we awaken to the power of our soul, we realize that we have the power to shift our own reality, therefore shifting the Earth's reality, because there are certain things that are acceptable to us and there's certain things that are unacceptable. And yes, it may seem like we're in between a rock and a hard place, and that we have to succumb to the threats and do things that our soul knows that we don't want to do. But that is the dilemma right now, because for far too long humanity has been ignoring their soul and been taught away from being in their soul space. And we've had the pendulums ruling our thinking, and we've forgotten that we're in charge of our awareness. And so just fully ground into your seat as the director of your film. Turn on your projector. You can imagine that it's behind you. Turn it on. Just pretend that you're activating it right now, turning the switch on, the light is on. And what you want to project is if you were a perfect being that was sent down to this time frame, into this body, what would your life look like? As the creator of your reality. Even what would this world look like? The animals might be thriving. Nature appreciated by all. And as we as humanity learn to mimic nature, we're going to find the solutions. Know this, you may be one of the people who finds the solutions. It may be simple as gardening in a sustainable and powerful honor of this earth and her abundance and her bounty, and mimicking her techniques of gardening, which is not a monoculture. And in our culture of society right now, we have a monoculture of thoughts and thinking, and they're trying to, the pendulums are trying to get us to all think in this monoculture thought. And anybody who steers away from the monoculture is seen as a pest. But this does not have to be your world, because your identity can be that you are a powerful soul who is sent here onto earth in these times of density, intensities, to be a soul living his or her credo and following that credo. So what would one of your soul's credos be? Just allow that vision to come up, and anything in the way of that vision, of you seeing that vision, just imagine that it's anything that's blocking you from your vision of your credo, what you want to live to be, what you want to emulate. Just imagine if there's a blockage, that it's actually an opportunity. If there's a distortion, so let's just imagine that distortion is becoming apparent, and you're standing in the mirror room right now. And as you're looking in the mirror, you see that eternity, the mirror upon mirror upon mirror, as it gets smaller, and you can see where the distortion starts and how that distortion affects your whole future, which is the smallest frame. So let's make that distortion even bigger so you can find the feeling, the emotion around it. Just allow yourself to, in a neutral manner, witness why that distortion may be there. And how big is that distortion in your life? How big has it been? Is it as huge as the room? Or is it fairly small, like the size of the book, a book? And now, whatever size it is, I want you to shrink it down, shrink it down, shrink down that distortion. And now I want you to spin see that the distortion is spinning in a certain direction, and now I want you to counter that spin. Just like flip it over and just like imagine you can even use your hand to spin it, spin it, spin it, spin it. And as you spin it, it just propels outside of your energetics, outside, and it zips up to the sun and is just exploded by the sun and reused as fuel for the sun. And now look in the image of your mirror and see what you really truly are. And understand that the distortion was a learning process. And you can be thankful for that learning process. Now imagine that today you're planting a seed. And you can see in the mirror what kind of seed that is. And it may be an acorn. And so in your mind, as you're planting that, you see a majestic oak tree that's 100 years old, that lives past your life span. But you've gotten to see it grow and grow and grow. And it's had many more acorns that have grown into oak trees so that there's a grove around it. And you can be this oak tree right now in the mirror. Just imagine the highest self, your highest credo, your highest calling is made manifest, and you see that end screen, what your goal is. You see why you came here. You're grounded, beautiful soul light is coming through, so it may just look like sparkling light. And deeper down, ground. Imagine that you are a sovereign being that is a part of the unified field and a part of the unified whole. And by expressing your sovereignty of who you are and the beauty of who you really truly are, and the simplicity of this, that your credo today becomes more and more apparent to you. And that your beauty today becomes more and more apparent to you. And that you can return to the mirror room and look in different aspects of where you've been blockaded, where the distortions in the mirrors all around you are. And you can just let go as easy as just an imaginary act of these distortions, so that your credo, the true essence of who you are and how you want to live, are being made manifest. And I want to tell you a story about this urban farming project in Kansas City that has taken a whole series of blocks and made them, they were inner city hell, basically, where drugs and fires and people were shooting each other and stealing from each other. And this urban project had a vision. These people came together with a vision, and they bought houses for $1, and they beautified and they taught people permaculture, and they have created a warehouse where inner city kids are learning, mentored, and getting off drugs and becoming who they truly are. And this came with one person's vision who talked to another person's vision. And it's like the mycelium of being a part of the unified whole, a cell in the body of this earth. And so our choice to become a toxic cancer cell or who we really are meant to be, you know, whether we're a liver cell or a brain cell or a, you know, heart cell, we're all cells in this body of humanity, cells in the body of what I would call Christ. And so just take a deep breath and envision what you are, who you are, and how you are a part of this unified whole, a fractal, and how your uniqueness is your gift, the gift that you have to give, the gift to your own being. What is your master's credo? How are you going to be a master in this world? Your uniqueness is needed. Thank you very much, and come out of trance when you'd like, and enjoy. Nancy Brickman, Quantum Timelines.